Good way to start coughing real quick. 5:42. um I had a part coming from Tiny Whoop that was supposed to be here today, so I would have had a done project, but I don't. Lighter is garbage. As you know, if you follow, I had a falling out with F-Bomb, so to speak. It finally, it just was a wonky beast, to say the least. Rhyming, but I decided to rebuild it. I did a little investigating. It's kind of, for some people that are snobby about their quads and stuff like that, talking brushed quads to them, they get all, the noses up in the air and stuff, but they're still fun. They still have good battery lifetime, flight time, whatever you want to call it. They are safe for the most part. They don't go super, super fast for some people that are all about speed, but they're still fun. You can still race around the yard with your buddies and stuff. So I decided to rebuild F-Bomb. I ended up picking up the Inductrix FPV flight controller, the one that I had used to rebuild my Tiny Whoop. So that's what I decided to get, and it works with the 8mm motors. These are only, fudge, I forgot, 5,500 kV or so. I could be way, way, way off. Because of the size of the motor, it's different, just kind of like the little regular brushless motors, and the bigger you go, the less kV you get. But from what I gather, what the hell, these are supposed to be fantastic. So what you just see here is just the beginning. I had rerun the wires. I put the little shrink wrap there. Shrink wrapped them, ran them underneath. Battery's going to go underneath also. I got the all-in-one camera all set up, and I am hoping... Oh, and the reason I decided to go back to this craziness is because... Let's see if I can do this with one hand here. Let me see if I can loop that. By no means is this where it's going to sit, but you get the idea. So, with the motors up in the air, and with the very large props that I decided to run, because I'm not running little dinky Tiny Whoop props, you have a lot of prop, and they were up higher. It would go right by the board, and you'd have a lot of prop in view, which drives me absolutely insane. I've seen a couple of videos of mods of using that flight controller in these type of frames, and you just have a straight, both of these in the view, and I don't want that. So I decided to go back to the lawnmower style, and the trick to that is when you have, let's see if I can do it here. So with the motor firing up, it rotates in one direction, and it rotates counterclockwise. Hold on! Rotates this way, but when it goes upside down, it does not. So you have to flip the prop and run it like that. So instead of it slanting in, the front slants out. And I'm running them not upside down. I'm running them this way because there is a hole in the top of the prop, and it pinches down and they don't go anywhere. So you'll have two crazy things like this run on top of the motors. And you barely have any of that in view, even with this thing dead straight. And it flew really good, and that was on a really shitty old school, I don't even think it was like a 6-axis gyro or whatever. I don't even know what the gyro inside the Tiny Whoop is. It's not bad. I fly it all the time, so. But that old Nano QX FPV square board was an absolute joke. It was just a real slow yard cruiser, and I just tweaked what I could in the controller to get it to rip a little more, but it would definitely get out of itself, and then that's how it ended up bulldozing into a tree. But it was a blessing because I always wanted to upgrade it. I do love this little form factor, and I like the simplicity, the fun of it. And again, it still flies great. It will fly a little course in the yard, and it's definitely a good conversation piece because it looks like this. So stay tuned. I should have the flight controller tomorrow. I got to pick it up at the post office, and then I'll have this guy together. I'll do a battery test. I'm going to use the same batteries, if I still have them in here, as I was using before. And I got a decent flight time out of it. I'll see how the HV works with that flight controller, but I wasn't running them on HV before. So that would be a good little test. And I got the little Velcro. I got to put Velcro back on there. So stay tuned. F-Bomb will be making a new reappearance, or whatever you want to call it. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Got one more day left. Friday's on its way. Peace out.